Hi, I'm Ron Nutter, and welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter. This time I'm going to show you how to set up a Wemo smart plug with Yonomi, and that starts now. Now this one's going to be a little bit different, but it's nothing that should ever be a problem. Before getting started, I do want to thank everyone who's been subscribing to the channel and watching the videos. I really do appreciate that, and those that are leaving comments, I'm trying to do better about responding back to those. If you're not always able to watch this, then make sure you subscribe to the podcast, which is basically the audio from these videos, so that you can at least kind of follow along with what's going on. I've got a detailed set of steps in the show notes, both on the podcast and for the video, showing how to get this set up. I'm going to go through step by step here on the video, but it will get you headed in the right direction. For those of you who haven't heard about it, I'm working on my second volume now. This is the cover from the first volume, and it's been out for a little while. I'm actually going through a change, so if you try to buy it right now, at the time of recording this video, it's currently not available. I had to make a change in the cover, so I'm waiting for Amazon to get that republished. But if you would, in the meantime, like to see a sample chapter from the book, if you just go to the link that's in the show notes, and then I can get that emailed right out to you. And I'll send you something once, twice a week, maybe. I don't see it going much beyond that at this point in time. I don't sell your name. I don't rent your name out. I don't loan it. If it's going to be something that you'll be sending out, I'll be the one sending it out. Sometimes it may be a special deal I found. Other times it may be something interesting piece of news, or I may just send you links to the videos that have been out for the past week, just in case you haven't seen it. But now this is a little bit different from some of the other devices that we've done. This is, in Yonomi terms, this Wemo device is considered a local device, and that's in air quotes. Because it doesn't have a cloud account, your smartphone, in this case my trusty S9 Plus, has to be on the same Wi-Fi network as this device. So that's how you'll control it. So if you're not at home, well, this may be the one device that may be an issue, but let's, get it up and running, and then you can experiment with what you need to do later on. But this is a little bit different, but it's not a big deal. It's something that you'll be able to get up and running pretty quick, and it's maybe a little bit easier than you think. And let's just go over to that video now. Okay, well, now we're on my Galaxy S9 Plus. So we'll use the little window here, and we'll go over to the Wemo app. And at this point, the Wemo Smart Outlet is turned on. So we'll tap it again. Okay, it goes off. Tap it again. Make sure it's good to cycle through it a couple of times just to make sure that this is working the way you expected. Because as I mentioned earlier, this is considered a local device by Yonomi. The reason being, it doesn't have a cloud account. You're not talking to some back end somewhere. So the main thing to remember when you're working on this is to make sure that your smartphone is on the same SSID as the device. Example, mine's LWAP_B2. So if you don't see that you can control this device within the Wemo app, then that's a good indication that you need to have your SSID changed. Now, something else to keep in mind. In order for Yonomi to control this, you're going to have Yonomi up and running on your smartphone before it can control it. So that's it's a little bit different. Again, it's just one distinction that I did want to point out. So we'll shift over here to Yonomi. Now, to get this discovered in Yonomi is a little bit different. Not bad, just a little bit different. So we'll tap on the 3 horizontal bars, and we'll go to Find New Devices. Because if we go to Accounts and Hubs, you're not going to see it listed as either a not connected or connected device. So that's something to remember. If you have problems controlling it in Yonomi, you can't look for it there. So we'll go down to Find New Devices. Now, at this point, it's not finding anything, and we can tell it to search again, but this is because it's a, quote, in air quotes here, local device. So what we'll do is we'll go back to Dashboard. If we go over to Things, there's Wemo. So that says that Yonomi knows about it. So now it's just a matter of going into the routines, and we'll first set up one to turn on at sunset. So we'll go type it sunset on, and we'll add event because we want it to run automatically, date and time. It's sunset. And now we'll say for add action that we'll go Wemo, turn on. And then we tap the check mark. That's done. And you can, down here in the lower hand corner, you see the little triangle or right arrow, depending on how you're looking at this. That's how you can test this. And now that we've done that, let's go back here and we will do sunrise off. We'll go back to add an event, date and time. It's sunrise. Add action, and we'll say the Wemo, and we will turn it off. And again, check mark, we're done. And we already discussed about doing the triangle there to double check it. Now, this is to set up the automated piece. Now, to set up the manual off and on, and that's another thing about, you can use it as a central control point for all your smart IoT devices. So we'll call it Wemo on. And no, we're not going to do it as an automatic, but we'll go down here and add an action. Wemo, turn on, check mark. And then we'll add one to turn it off. So go Wemo, off. Go down here, we'll swipe the keyboard down and we'll tap on add action. Wemo, turn off. And that's all you got to do. That way I've shown you an example of how to do an automated one to where it turns on basically when the sun goes down. And you can have it say turn off if you normally turn in for the evening at say 10 or 11. You could have you could have a manual step set up so that it would turn off at a certain time. And then you've got your manual options here. So we've already got the Wemo on, so we'll go here into Wemo off. And now you see the alert coming up there at the top of the screen. Now that can be disabled. And here's how you go do it. If you decide you don't want those all the time, you click on the little gear icon and then you turn off notifications. That's all you've got to do. I mean, those are handy for debugging. So you don't always have to have them on. And that's really all there is to it to get this up and running. Sorry, need to turn up the mic. And for those of you who don't lip read, and it's really just that simple. It is done that way because it doesn't have the cloud backend to worry about, which means if the company were to stop producing it or discontinue support for it or go out of business, then you don't have to worry about a back end somewhere on the internet not responding. So that is one plus to this kind of device. So that brings us to the end of what we're going to do this time. Thank you very much for those who've subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, and then check on that bell notification icon so that you get notifications that when I do release videos. And that's another advantage of if you go out and subscribe to the list I've got where I will send you a free chapter as my way of saying thanks. I'll also send you notifications out that way. I'm still working on some of the back end there, but it's getting there. Well, that's about all we've got time for in this video. Appreciate everybody stopping by, and we'll see you in the next video.